your blessings as you give blessings to others. You never know what they're going to get out of it other than your thought, but there's much more to be acknowledged from them, from you. Their teachers, they may be younger, but if you
Yeah.
realize those sponges contains everything, and if you notice it, you'll learn more things that you forgot you already had within you. Yes,
Yeah.
those are the babies. They're sponges. They
Mm-hmm.
absorb everything, more so what they see than what they hear. But they hold on to all of it. And once they do, and when they release it, you'll realize, I remember them days there. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold the mic too long. I'm going to pass it back to you, sis. Salaam
Yes.
alaikum.
Walaikum salam. That is excellent.
Wa alaikum
The
salam.
Black Cowboy Parade. That sounds amazing. Just connecting with them because I know that they do that parade annually, and they really want to
Yes, on
show.
that note, let me say this real fast. Part of the I was told by him. He said that individuals come in attempting to take the organization, make it seem like it's theirs that they started,
Hmm.
but he didn't had it over 40 some years. So, I told him whatever I could do to support him in that backing and what have you.
Yeah.
So if you hear anything about it, that's what is pretty much. I see your cameras up, sis.
Yes.
So
Finally.
so that's pretty much what it is. In supporting them and continue with the ladies. We have a session. I can't remember the name of the building, but it's held by the founder of the Black Cowboys Parade, and the young lady there, she has a, not a meeting, but a program going on with Home Depots. They coming out to help her with her garden and everything. And I mentioned it
Okay.
to her because she was talking about she had to put together a proposal for something. I said, well, I already have one that I'm working on them with. Need to get with them.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I'll get back with her and we can continue and get some pointers from her and possibly give her a few and have a chance to be out there when the representative from Home Depot is out there helping her and I could
Yeah.
talk with them. So
Yeah. That sounds really good.
yes. I'm gonna give the mic back to you. Let somebody else jump on. Well, I'm multitasking, but I'll be listening.
Okay. Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good. Yeah, that's interesting that people are striving to take from the brother who started the Black Cowboy Parade. Of course, we like to influence other people so that they kind of replicate the model. But even in doing that, you should always, give credit and reflect where you got that from because it's just to do that. So, prayerfully he continues to grow with the Black Cowboy Parade and can continue to show Black people in all spaces we have a history in. So thank you, Brother Shabbat. That's excellent. And we have a lot to speak about. I know, Brother Shabbat, me and you will be meeting tomorrow before the grant meeting. And we want to
Yes.
talk about our upcoming events, collaborating on prayerfully long-term goal of a building. And there's so much that we want to accomplish this year, and we are so blessed. And so let us continue to get our reports. I see Uncle Hess on the line, and Uncle Hess has invited our brother from the PlanNet Marketing. So Uncle Hess, the brother Trent is not on yet. However, when he does get on, we'll allow for him to, introduce what he's doing. But if you can share with us how this week has been for you, some of your goals for this upcoming week, and how everyone online can support you, we'll pass the line to Uncle Hess.
Family. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be amongst family.
Yes.
This week has been a whirlwind for me. Literally. The book is done. The book is
The
done.
book
Oh
is
my God,
done.
the book is
Okay.
done.
Congratulations.
I worked with your dad last night. I better say his name and subscribe. He lined it up, added a few pictures. I'm dying to see digital copy. I know he's working on putting the book together.
Yes, sir.
I got a couple of replies back from publishers. You know, we reunited with a few friends, Jerry Hodges and oh my God, look at his name. Josie Wells.
Okay.
Another member of the BUCU family.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We reconnected with him, and I got a new project far as the radio. We're bringing UK artists to the UK. I mean to US.
Mm-hmm.
That's going. We got some beautiful female vocalists right now, and I got so much to share, but I'm gonna cut it short. I met my business partner, my new business partner, Trent, through his beautiful daughter, who's hell of a female vocalist. You know, we shared our stories. I love how he's a dad promoting his daughter, and he does that like I do my mom. So we kind of blended together. And he came with me a travel offer where I could, you know, make a little money, save some money, and share joy with a lot of people. He wanted to come on today with some jewels about what we talking about today. Travel. You know, this is perfect thing right now, the travel, because we wants to go.
That's right.
You know, so this would be a perfect opportunity to talk to Brother Trent. I don't know if he's on yet. I sent him the link at 3:15, so he's a minute late. Maybe I'll send it to him again. But looking forward to what he has to share.
Yes.
And I think he'll be happy with what he shares. It's a perfect part-time business opportunity for everyone. And then, you know, we want to see the world.
Yeah, definitely.
My
the whole
phone
world.
is really. Yeah. I'm gonna send it to him again.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Yeah, that's really good. Making those connections is a blessing because, like how you met him through his daughter, those connections from working in our community and with our community are going to be priceless, and they are going to bless and allow for us to have success, which is what we want. So let us continue to get our reports. Just another reminder, we have a hard stop today, 4:45 at the latest is when we have to get off the line because we have another meeting. So everyone, please keep your reports short and sweet, just being mindful of the time so that we can get to everyone and hear from everyone on the line. I see our brother Nate on the line. Brother Nate, we want to give you an opportunity to share a report on your update on what you've been blessed to accomplish in these past few weeks since we've last seen you, and how all of us on the line can support you in your efforts. We'll pass the line to Brother Nate. If you're able to speak.
Can you hear me, sister?
Okay, yes, we can hear you.
Let me put my headphones in. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Jalahu.
Wa alaikum salam. Jadalahu.
Jalahu and wa alaikum salam. Attitude. Okay, so to catch y'all up a little bit, I've been playing chess with these Yankees, right? This live is being recorded too, right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. On All right, so I'll move away with certain misnomers. But look, I've been playing chess with these Yankees, right? So look, watch this. Look how the guys moved on me. So remember, my hearing is on July 28th. So I had a hearing that's coming up on July 12th. I sent my
Okay.
my mouthpiece in there to go talk to the Pharaoh and tell him I wanted to postpone it until after I go to the roundtable. So what I'm gonna do is this: they scheduling me for a scheduling conference on June 11th, and then my hearing is actually August 18th and August 19th. So when I went to go talk to the psych lady, for those that been behind the wall, you already know you go see them before you go to the roundtable. I took
Mhm.
50% of her questions away from her because I maintained my actual innocence, but I submitted the affidavit from the alleged witness in my case that said I'm not the woo whopper, and I still gave her childhood trauma, tied that to current events, and then I told her this. I said, listen, the Court of Appeals opinion, the sentencing transcripts, and the probation report I accept as a statement of record. I make no distinctions between them. But however, I'm actually factually innocent of the crime in which I've been convicted, and I've also I'm maintaining my innocence under Penal Code 5011. She said, "Wow, will that take away 50% of the questions that I have for you?" So this is how I play chess with them. I said, "Well, it really don't because you can ask me certain questions up to that point, but what I will tell you is this." I take full responsibility for my lifestyle choices that led up to me being brought across in people's deaths. There was a street rumor that I did this. I actually took full responsibility for it. So I said, under the law, that would say that I had a propensity towards violence. So I don't blame them for doing their work. What I blame them for is that they knew that I wasn't the person who did this, and they still went after me. That's what I'm going for. So my attorney basically was like this: if everything go the right way, inshallah, they gonna free me. And when they do, I'm gonna be in court for my hearing that they supposed to be having on my behalf. So even if they wanted to do anything, now I don't have to worry about them trying to offer me no deal, because if I'm on the streets, you can't retry me. So now I want, for the 15 affidavits that I'm giving to them, I got 15 Bay Area rappers who said that if I wouldn't have been gone for these 24 years, my projected earning in the music industry would be anywhere between 40 and 60 million. So now I want punitive damages for what you did by falsifying state documents under Penal Code 134 in 1909, when you knew I'm not the person who committed this crime. You actually had the person, he got caught with the murder weapon, and you overlooked that, and you still focused on me. So now I want damages, all of it, everything that you owe me.
Mhm.
So I'm just waiting on it. So everything going the way how it's supposed to. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gonna always send a warning before destruction come. I peeped what the sign was, and I stayed on the path, and I stayed solid on my square. I'm not voting for these crackers. That's what I'm not doing.
Right.
Also,
Yes.
I want to. I think I might be able to put it in the group. If not, Azra, I'll send it to you directly. Right. One of my people sent me a video that they made in Virginia, right, from where our Powhatan tribe is from. When I first saw the video, right, where they was at, I actually thought they was in the Amazon rainforest. But this is in the United States. I've never seen no region that looked like this. So I'm already in the process of trying to snatch some land up out there. But when you see it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the reason why the ancestors has been telling me that we have to go back to where our original tribes are from, because I really believe in my heart that we're gonna get ancestral downloads from there, because our people, blood, sweat, and tears is in that land. Our ancestors' bones is buried in some of them places over there. So on a esoterical and a cosmic level, when a person is not in tune with their higher self and being in tune with the sky chiefs, right? They downloads be off. And I understand why some of these brothers is not focused on what they need to be focused on, because they still denying the truth. One of the things, like even in here, I'll be having issues with the Al Islam brothers, because they always say, "Oh, well, you worship a man." I said, "Really, I don't." And I could break down the teachings for you, and I could tell you how it's not. So, if in the Bible, when God said that He would send a messenger from amongst their own people and put His words in their mouth, right? What messenger came to the people who's a descendant of chattel slavery in North America? We know who the messenger was who came, because we had a couple of them who came with this message. So why are you worrying about the vessel in which the message came from, instead of worrying about the message that can save your soul from the sickness that you have, brother? But you will go to this other book you will worship this YT man, who actually was a homosexual person who drew him. So I don't understand that. So it's like people don't want to take messages that come from our own people when it's conducive to your growth and development. So this is something else that on my road that I've been struggling with, trying to wake our brothers up. But like I told them, my job is just to deliver the message. Whether you're receptive to it or not, that's not my job. But I will throw an alarm clock in the graveyard because that's what I was sent to do. Other than that, I'm gonna do my job and I'm gonna back up. One man plants, another man water, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala get an increase. You don't have to believe exactly what I believe, but the truth is there. And even in falsehood, the truth is smack dead right in the middle of something that's false. You just got to understand what they omitting. And until you able to get decipherment, you're not gonna understand that, sir. So you're gonna stay asleep. So that catches you guys up for the whole 3 weeks that I've been gone. That's what I've been doing. I've been in the midst of battle.
Yes, excellent. Thank you, Brother Nate. I think I sent your number to Answer the Mind, so the brothers should be reaching out and they can get with you in regards to any assistance needed that we can do from out here. And
so
it's a blessing.
I was so long-winded. I was so long-winded like Obama. I forgot. Okay, so listen, this is what I need from the tribe. I need character recommendation letters from you guys to give to the board. You guys can send me a copy, then send the other copy to the board of prison terms. Also, if any of the brothers have any LLCs or anything, right? Because I already got a couple job opportunities, right? But just for the purpose of submitting on my behalf, my work skills is I got 3 college degrees. I actually have a master's in business management and political science with an underminor major in child psychology. I type 120 words a minute, and I'm also a business owner within myself. So I can give you a resume for you to be able to get something for me. But they want to know if I got job opportunity and community support, which I told the psych that I do. I told them about you guys' organization and that I'm trying to be a part of this. And she was interested and she said, okay, well, just make sure you get everything that you told me to the board so they can verify what you're saying. As far as I'm concerned, you already established your credibility. So now I just need the substances to go along with the words that I've spoken to existence. That's it.
Okay, yes, that sounds excellent. So yeah, Brother Answer the Mind will reach out to you and then he can get more details and we can work out how we're going to move forward. Yes, Uncle Hess?
Asante, wait, son,
Hey,
sister.
Trent is here.
Yes.
Let me introduce. This is my family, Trent. Everybody welcome him to the group. He has a beautiful business opportunity to share with everyone. Trent, are we not going to keep you?
Recording. Okay, well, I have
take control.
Okay, yeah, I'm not on mute. So hey, thank you, Heston, for the introduction. So for all of you guys out there in beautiful or the Bay Area or California, wherever you are, I'm sitting in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm a part of an organization of 2 businesses. And first, I'm going to bring on my business partner. So Anzarella, if you can kind of maybe play that little clip video.
Yes.
And then I'll bring on my business partner and Director Tanya Parker will kind of give you an overview of this opportunity. And for the brother that just spoke, maybe an opportunity for you as well to create wealth for yourself, for our people.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. 1 second, family.
Hi, my name is Donald Bradley. I'm the founder and CEO of PlanNet Marketing. And today I'm surrounded by 3,000 champions. You've got the entire space at the Omni Hotel, downtown Atlanta. This is the completion of March Madness. For the last 28 days, our champions have been moving around the planet, helping families, changing lives. We got 3 days left and we're about to finish strong. We're getting prepared for our international conventions that's going to take place at the world's largest Marriott in September. We've got 7,000 people meeting us from all around the planet, coming to be celebrated, to be recognized, and to be educated. Don't miss this. Everything in life is all about timing, but more important than timing is something called position. Get positioned right now to change your life. This is Donald Bradley. Welcome you to the best place on the planet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Miss Parker.
Well, thank you for your gracious introduction to my
Mhm.
business partner and his business partner. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, fantastic. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this wonderful program that you have on Tuesdays, which is our
Yeah.
big night, our program here in Atlanta, Georgia, every Tuesday. And so, again, I'm grateful to be connected with the founder and CEO of PlanNet Marketing that you just heard from. This gentleman is a documented multimillionaire and has been for the last 18 of 20 years that he's been in this industry. So he created this opportunity so that we can build wealth, long-term sustainable residual income type of wealth that we can pass down from generation to generation. And so I'd love to travel, and this opportunity definitely helped me change my life in this travel space. And so I love this phenomenal opportunity. It's 2 debt-free businesses in one opportunity. So one is a travel business. You would own your own travel business, and we earn 70 to 80% when we book commissions with that travel business. And so then there's PlanNet Marketing. That's where we come in, because we have taken that travel business to 400 active agents, over to 147,000 active agents in just 10 years. That's how old PlanNet Marketing is. Mr. Bradley started this company in 2015. And so again, he wanted everyday people to earn extraordinary income in this travel space. So I'm a PlanNet Marketing rep. I'm a director within PlanNet Marketing that's helped well over 900 families in this phenomenal opportunity. And so because of his mentorship with me, we have duplicated, right? And so I thank my business partner, Trenton Northcutt, who's been at the top of our Builders program as he grows out. And we're going to scale this in California. And I thank you for your opportunity for this. And so again, one business is a travel business, and the other business are the reps who sell the travel business. We've booked over $6.5 billion in travel sales in just 10 short years. Also in 10 short years, we are operating in over 22 different countries. So this is a global business all over the United States, Mexico, the Caribbean, the United Kingdom, and also Ireland. And so we are grateful, always looking for a new country to go into where people can own and operate their own business, and they can scale it as they sell the travel business, almost like franchising it, if you will. I wouldn't have been able to grow a phenomenal team of champions without the help of people like Mr. Northcutt. And so again, grateful for these 2 debt-free businesses, 1 opportunity, several direct sales income streams. But what you need to know is we do earn 70 to 80% of a built-in commission when we book travel. And then there's 7 additional income streams when you sell somebody franchising the travel business. And so that's phenomenal. Or $199 time setup costs for $199.90. 2 debt-free businesses in the largest industry in the world. Did you know travel is an $11 trillion annual industry? I'm saying trillion, TRIL, trillion. You get it? Because guess what? The pandemic, right? We were quarantined in. And so people have travel on steroids now. We want to get out. We want to be outside. And so that's what the pandemic did. On that great positioning to get your own travel business started so people can make up for those COVID years, right? So we have age groups that are in this. It varies between baby boomers on to Gen Zs that own their own travel business, making their own commissions with their travel business. And who wouldn't want a business to write off their taxes, right? And so this is a great opportunity for growth. And we have selected California as an expansion state, right? That's where we want to be, right where you are. And so we would be happy to come there, help you grow your business. Zoom saved the day for us during 2019 and 2020 and 2021. Zoom saved the day. And this team of champions that I happen to lead, we tripled our team size during the international health crisis. And so that just shows you this business is pandemic proof. But go ahead, get started. Your one-time investment of $199.90, and then 30 days after you decide to keep your business, it's just $60 a month moving forward. You get so much for that. You get your live chat features, you get your customer service and support, you get your little 5-10 minute training videos to show you how to book travel from your own travel business so that you can earn commissions. That's 70 to 80%. So you're going to get 2 websites, right? And then you're going to also get all of the customer service. Plus you have Mr. Northcutt and myself to help you grow and scale your business. This is perfect. And when you become a director, you're able to leave it to your heirs. That's what really had me growing the business, because when I initially got started, I was attracted to the travel. I wanted to travel, but then I saw the money. I had a bill come up. And so I saw the money, and not just the travel commissions, but what you can gain by starting to share the information with people and have them buy their travel business from you. And so it's really just an adult game of follow the leader. And you too can own your travel business and scale it and grow. And this opportunity allows you to earn money while you learn, earn and learn. So again, it's a one-time $199.90, and then 30 days later, $60 a month. Your business is open, keep your customer service and support open. You get errors and emissions insurance. We got a high rating with the Better Business Bureau. This opportunity changed my life, and let me help you change yours as well. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this time, and we can share, more later. Mr. Northcutt will let me know, moving forward, how we can share consistently to this group to let them know, don't miss out on this opportunity and time. We've got over 8 millionaires in this business and over 150 other 6-figure income earners in this business, and the company's only 10 years old. Thank you again.
Thank you,
Yes.
Greg Parker. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Heston. And so Heston
Thank
is
you. Thank you.
our key partner there in the Bay Area. So we'll facilitate stuff to Heston. So if you have that interest, reach out to Heston, and we can take it off and kind of do a private session with you as well at a date that's convenient to you.
Okay. Yes, that is excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. This is a great opportunity, and this is something that you do from home, right?
Yes, you can do it from anywhere, right? 95% of the people that do this business do it part-time.
Okay.
And,
that's great.
it's just that other 1, 2, second, 3 streams. Today in this economy, the way things are and the way situations are in this country, you have to have those plan, B, C, and Ds. And this could be that plan B, C, and D that can eventually take over plan A. From that, I come from background in corporate. I was a VP in corporate. I ran businesses domestically and globally. So I kind of looked at this as an opportunity for me to transfer those skills over to this business. And I got a chance to meet with Mr. Bradley a few months ago. And for the men on the call, not to anything to discount you, Entero, but he's really, really focused on trying to get more men, into this business. 85% of our reps around the world are female. Has 147,000, 85% are female, in this business. So it's been great for me as I build, but I definitely look into, when once he said that California was a growth spot, I wanted to reach out to my man Heston and, to be the point person there to help grow this business there.
Yes. Yes, that's really excellent. So what all goes into being the travel agent? Are you booking flights and hotel rooms, or are you just advising?
We booking everything. You can book cruises, flights, vacation.
Okay.
We even have a built-in entertainment where you can book, concerts and games, the Raiders games, basketball games. So you have access to all the world suppliers, just for that nominal fee. So you can designate whatever you want to be. My first business partner is from Kenya, so she has done a lot of excursions back to Africa. Safaris and different things like that. She was focused on travel. Now she's focusing on business, on building, right? So she just added a business partner in the UK yesterday. So there's no boundaries other than the countries that we work in. But you can run the business and do it how you want. You have some that focus on really building the network, and others focus on both, or a combination of both. It really depends on you, to say, how much income do I want, right? Do I want to retire this
Yeah.
job that I have, but I want to have that personal freedom? You can do that. And in addition to that, all these suppliers have what they call fan trips or InteleTraps, where they would say, you know what, I want you to come to our resort because we think it's so beautiful. You get the experience at a very nominal cost, but you travel as a merchant, not as a consumer. So as a merchant, you get things you don't get as a consumer,
Okay.
so that you can now tell other people about it. So it's really a great opportunity.
Mr. Northcutt, could I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any people that you are networking with that's in Spain, Ethiopia, or Great Britain?
Yeah, we have 30,000 people in Great Britain. I just added a business partner yesterday in Wales, UK. So
What about
I don't know if we think of it Spain. We are going in. I don't think Spain is alive yet. A lot of stuff was about to launch in Dubai, and all this issue, all this stuff started. So the UAE is kind of on hold until that kind of clears up. But Mr. Bradley's goal is to take this to the entire world. I mean,
what about you have nobody currently in Ethiopia right now?
I don't think Ethiopia is live where we're operating there officially yet, but the plans are there to do that. But we do have a lot of people from Ethiopia part of the team. They may be living in one of the other countries right now, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I still have family that's there, and I speak Amharic and Tigrinya fluently, which is my tribal languages, and I speak Spanish too. I actually speak 7 languages, so I look forward to being able to talk to you because I know for a fact that right there could be an asset more than a liability. So if you guys are,
yeah, the one thing I found out here, because I have business partners, I have a group from Ghana and one from Kenya. Unlike most my people I know here in the U.S., they travel. They travel more. I mean, they really have went to multiple countries. They do that, and it's a norm. So it's not anything that's extra. They build it into their lifestyle, to see countries around the world, to get a different perspective. So, but yeah, we definitely would love to, get with Heston. We can set up a separate Zoom for you, and we can kind of go into more details about it. But just for the cost, a couple of years ago, I told Heston I was looking to invest in a business. Seniors helping seniors. And it was because my dad was elderly and he was in a spot located in Georgia where he didn't need a full-time nurse, but he needed somebody. I didn't really have anybody. But when I found an organization, I mean, it was a huge over $200,000 investment for me. And I was going to do it, but I didn't like the territory that it was, what was available. So I didn't. But now I look at it, I can make a whole lot more money now for $60 a month than that, right? So I still had to go out and get business. You still had to talk to people. And I don't have the overhead costs that you would have with a traditional business. Because here, as long as you got your phone and the internet connection, you can transact business. You can transact business. Once you develop your own website, and so instead of going to Travelocity, Orbitz and all of those, you put your website out to the world. So while you sleep, somebody click on it, they do what they want. Or they can call you and say, hey, I want something special. You design it for me. But the beauty to this as well is that the suppliers, once you register with those suppliers, they'll do a lot of stuff for you, especially in the beginning. You can say, hey, I got a group of 15 people. They want to go to Russia, and this is what they want to do. They put all together for you, cost, you get it back to your client. That's kind of how that works. And in order to do that, and normally 30 days after they return, you get paid for that commission at 6, 70 to 80%. We say 7 and 80% because once you book at least 5,000 in travel, in a year, it goes up to 80%. You get 80% of that assigned commission. But so that's the passive side of it. But the 8 millionaires that she mentioned, and we got 3 or 4 more on deck this year, they're building both sides. They do the travel, and then they building that network of team by franchising the business. And that's what's generating that residual wealth, for them.
Okay, that's excellent. Yes, I actually I have my sister Iman Hanif on the line. She's been part of BUCU for some time, and she's also with PlanNet Marketing. And she told me that it's a great organization to be with. and that there's a lot of support. She's amazing. She's bi-coastal right now, so she's doing the travel agency work, and she can vouch for everyone on the line. Everyone knows Mom.
Excellent.
And how amazing she is, and just how passionate she is about the work that she does. She'll go into any field and use her passion for success. And so if she says that it is a good business, then I trust her completely, and I know that it is. So I'm thankful that not only is Uncle Hess involved, but also Iman is. And I see a lot of Black faces. The founder is Black. That really also gives me an extra, an added, incentive to get into something like this. We have more members on the line, so we want to allow for people to ask any questions, or see, pick the brain of PlanNet representatives that are on the line with us, and let's see what we can do. My younger sister's on the line. So is there any age limit as far as
18.
18? Okay,
18.
so yeah, that's
so
excellent.
I'd say, I just got my Gen Z son in it. He's 21, and I got one that's
Okay.
26. So they was already traveling 26-year-olds. He's in the music business, so he's already doing a lot of stuff there. So I got him
Okay.
focused on that as well. But when you look at the UK, they have several early 20s young ladies, primarily at this point, all young ladies, that's making well over 6 figures in this business, and pretty quickly, right? So
Yeah.
the opportunity is definitely there in order to do it, because the one thing I see that even when things are bad, airports are full, people still need to get away
Very true.
from it all, just for your sanity standpoint, right? Even if you're going from one side of the coast to another side of the coast, just to get away, to see a different scenery, just see a different spot in order to do it. And then the way things are today, and I know this coming from men in corporate, it's not secure like it used to be before, right? So it's like, companies are making decisions every day. I think a couple of days ago was 17,000 people, they said, got laid off, on that one particular day. So, and then with automation, AI, and all these things coming into place, hey, how do I have that extra something that will help me build wealth and generational wealth? So, as the Bible says, right, a man must leave a generation, leave that legacy. And I love the fact that, Mr. Bradley, once you get up a team of 100 people, then you will be able to leave that legacy. So whatever you built up, your monthly, weekly income, bonuses, all that can go to your heirs as long as they live, and then they can pass it on as well. So when, one thing he said, Mr. Bradley, and a couple other top earners say, look, they got money set aside now for their great. I think they went 7 greats, right?
Okay.
Just from this legacy component. So, yeah.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so and is it okay for me to share the 10-minute video just so everyone
Yes,
can?
that's fine. Yeah, you can share that. The other video I sent you is 10 minutes. It kind of gives a higher level corporate overview. We have like a 30-minute presentation. We really go into the details a little more, but at high end, it can give you an overview as well. You can share that as well, to everyone. Then I would just say, then you guys just, get back with Mr. Heston, again, he's going to be spearheading California and in that Bay Area. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trent.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Northcutt and Ms.
Can't hear him.
Thank you, Mr. Northcutt and Ms. Parker, for that excellent presentation. And something that we're all very interested in, we've actually been examining clips each Tuesday that explore and expand our audience. And really our key today, our subject is knowledge, but the fact that our people need knowledge, they need to understand that international travel, for the most part, I think people get locked into their places of birth and their neighborhoods. I was raised in East Oakland, and I remember some people barely traveled to West Oakland, much less to Richmond or San Francisco, and having an opportunity to be in the military. I did a little bit of travel when I was younger, and I had a family from the East Coast, so we always traveled back for family reunions. But most of the people in my neighborhood, it just was non-existent in their imagination to even foresee themselves leaving the Bay. And so the knowledge of it, the
That's the
exposure,
key.
yeah, you know, the
The,
important part of getting that. Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Muhammad, sorry for interrupting you. You're kind of
Oh,
excited
no, no,
there
no, bro.
because
Yes, sir.
we were speaking with this gentleman. I was in this mall, in this store, and I was speaking to this gentleman. He was a jewelry store, and he was
Yeah.
from Kenya. And we
Yes,
started
yes.
talking there, and he started sharing about the original Bible and all these things about going to these places and seeing.
Yeah.
And I remember when I went to Mexico a few years ago, and I
Yeah.
went to the Mayan ruins, and we went to the Mayan ruins,
Yes.
went into the caves, and you saw the hieroglyphics on the wall.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
whoa, those
Yeah.
black people,
Yep.
Yeah.
the
Yep.
afros, the
Yes,
nose,
sir.
the lips. And I'm like, okay, I
Mhm.
never got that in school. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
this was in the middle of Mexico, right?
Yes,
And you had
sir.
that stuff there. And see, you don't travel, you don't see that, you don't know that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and so he was talking about all the different places he'd been, and that just really builds knowledge because now they're going to take away books, go to the source.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go to
Yeah.
the source of where it
Yeah.
was, and talk to people that's there, and you learn. And
Yeah.
kind of my business partner mentioned Tolu, that's kind of what she's doing. You know, so she's taking a lot of people from here in the US that haven't traveled to Africa and places like that. I haven't been myself, but I'm going on the next one. I'm going to South Africa.
Yeah.
And they're exposing them to all these different things that they don't get because what you see, you may see a jungle, you may see some kids, you know, with flies around them, but they don't see the big, beautiful building. They don't see the business. They don't see none of that stuff you see a lot,
Yeah.
right? So you
Yeah.
have a view
Yeah.
of what a part of the place is without seeing it. So that
Yeah.
part of it is really beautiful. Ms.
Yeah.
Parker didn't say it on the phone, but I think she's been to 29 countries
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, around the world. I got one gentleman we met. I think he said he got a few more places to touch. Go, he touched all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's the beauty of it. And to earn from it at the same time. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But about the knowledge. So one thing about this company that I like, and Sarah, your sister may have shared, every morning, Monday through Friday, we have what we call inspirational morning vitamin. So we read a book. So the book we're reading right now is Think and Grow Rich, right?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
break down each chapter of that book and say, how does it
Yeah.
apply to business here? Your regular job, if you have that, your life,
Yes.
and all of
Yes.
that. And this morning, it was about the brain, right? It was about
Yeah.
those things that go on in your brain that prevent you from doing stuff or motivate you to do stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's more than just the business, it's that part. And that's the thing that
Yeah.
I like that he insisted upon. And so we go from one book to the next book. And so what you see, you got people that never read books.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't read
Yeah.
books. They didn't
Yeah.
really read them in school. And now they're
Mm-hmm.
reading books and they're getting all this additional knowledge that they didn't have before. And that's an
Yeah.
amazing to see, you know, from people, but just been exposed to different things.
Yeah. 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 It's a great opportunity. One of the things in the school of thought that we're raised in is that we don't settle on belief. In fact, the word belief sounds as if looking at the axiom, morphological axiom of it, to believing. You have to travel on to know. And their travel comes in. And we were instructed. In fact, they said it's not a request, it's an order that you go to these places. I mean, you have people in one of the things that the glorious, most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who I'm a student of and indebted to for his sacrifice and work to open our eyes about travel. If you remember the old Muhammad Speaks newspaper, they had the handshake from the Middle East to reach across the globe. So travel was always our goal, to go back home eventually, but the whole planet is ours, all 196,940,000 square miles of it. But the passion, he said, when he encountered students from all over the world, and they said, what is it that is driving the American students to be so passionate? Like my brother Shabbat spoke of, the sponge. When you've been denied, and similar to the statement that American travel is on steroids now because of the cabs in a stall kind of thing that took place during COVID. And so now our people are passionate. When you hear our brother Nate and his passion for his culture and his identity, I mean, he'd be a great representative, spokesman, and ambassador, not only to South America, but to Ethiopia, which is beautifully expanding with Addis Ababa. A lot of our people don't know because all they see is the locked in algorithm that shows them Africa as savage and in poverty, and they don't know they're some of the most modern cities in Africa developing. And right now, with this modern era of internet accessibility, it's just it's very surprising that our people don't know of how much opportunity is in Africa, and how modern, and how, you know, the growth. And so we've really been interested in that part. And then looking at the current climate, the war climate, we looked at the 2030 Dubai. You know, Dubai was expanding, and travel to Dubai. They're in NASCAR, they're in golf, they're taking over boxing with Turkey Al-Shiki. And you could see Dubai really building up to be the new century for the world. This has, you know, the tourism drives the economy, and that travel, you can see why it's a $1 trillion industry, because trade and everything, anything you study in history is going to deal with travel and trade. You know, the absolutely, you know, the herbs, and so how has the current climate affected things, you know? And
it affected somewhat, because we were going to open in Dubai, the company, so that kind of got stalled for that. But when I look at the data on the travel, people are still traveling, right? So they're still going, they're still going to places in reference to that. So it hasn't really, you know, stalled a lot at this point. They just kind of redirected it. You know, right now the Southeast Asia is very popular. You know, my next trip, you know, I want to go to Thailand, and this is for that whole dynamic there. And I just saw this film not too long ago, documentary. It's this island kind of off of Thailand, somewhere in there. And they black people with blonde hair. I don't know if you guys ever seen that.
Is that Bangladesh? Not Bangladesh.
No, it's just a small remote island. But for some reason they have blonde hair and they black. And it's just in this one island. So it was like, wow, I just happened to come across this watching it. But it's all in that corridor with Thailand all over in there. You know, but now the documentary's about not even discovered. And now the majority coming in there. Taking over and, you know, tearing stuff up and building it, and the whole thing was about how to protect these people that still live in the same way that they've lived for thousands of years. You know, in this particular place. So that was interesting. But so no, it hasn't really slowed it down. You know, in a sense with that. I mean, with the people that want it, and, you know, people that's reaching out to me, you know, for trips and different things like that. It is so it's still pretty hot, and like I said, it's go to 15 trillion, right? So you know, over the next 10 years or more, as the world gets closer, because of now, that's the good thing, a part of the internet. Now you can see places and say, oh man, you know what, I never thought about that, I want to go there, right? You know, from that vantage point. So you got a lot of younger people moving over to the Thailand and places like that, and say, boy, it's a lot more affordable, and now I can work remote, so they pay in US dollars, so I can be there and still kind of be here with the connection. So I think that has helped, you know, in reference to that, and people getting out. And then, like I said, the environment that we have here, you know, in essence. But I think the biggest thing here for folks is, you know, how do I get that plan B, C, and D? You know, how do I grow that generational wealth? You know, I worked in corporate, and, you know, no matter how much I did, I knew I was capped about what it was going to be. You know, I take a company, build a company up. You sold the company, you made out. I got a little bit, but I didn't get what you did, but I did most of the work, right? So now it's like, how do you take those transferable skills to kind of build something here, but at the same time help everyone earn? So that's the big thing for me, is help everyone earn. If I look at the UK, now right now, top income earner in this company, a young lady in the UK. So on May 1st, she got a check for $30,000. Now that's just a bonus. That's just one of the 8 income streams. And then when you look at the top 15, 8 of the other people are underneath from her network. So what they have done was collectively, smartly built this system. Hey, here's the compensation plan, is very aggressive. Now, how do I maximize it for myself and the folks that I work with? And that's what we were trying to do here with that. It's not always about money all the time, but, you know, it's an opportunity to see people grow, to see people in places. You know, we got one young lady in this business. 8 years ago, she was working in a factory, making $18, $19 an hour. And her tagline right now, when she walked in the front of the room, when she was in front of that room with those 3,000 people at the blackout, and her thing is, I went from steel toes to stilettos, right? So that young lady's making over $900,000 a year now. She 39, you know, and she done retired her husband, her parents. But she's like, hey, I'm not stopping now. I just got started. Because she literally said she messed around for 3 years. She just messed around for 3 years. She was having fun, just traveling around the world, and realized, oh, shoot, I can actually do something different here. And she kind of shifted it, you know, from that vantage point. So, so it's, like I said, it's a tremendous opportunity. And like I said, for me, sitting down with him and just tapping into this knowledge. So it's about proximity. And you understand that, right? When you're around people that are successful, or people that think a certain way, boy, that's going to motivate you to think a certain way or do things right. So he's big on proximity. So he's big on putting these people that's successful, not just in this business, but people that's been successful in other businesses. Because we got doctors, lawyers, people from any profession that you can think of that's doing this, right? And you know, and earning, you know, for it. We got a lawyer I met, you know, she make more doing this than she do practicing law. That'd be a law firm. You know, so she's like, a law firm is a fun money. This is some real money. You know, that's basically how she says it. So, but again, like with anything else, you get out of what you put into it. Mr. Bradley has, you know, declared to California. You know, he started in Atlanta, Alabama, so is heavily in the Southeast. Got a big group in Texas. But you look at the rest of the U.S., you know, it's a little bit in the Northeast, but California is where he goes. So every January, you have a convention out in California, and that's the reason for San Diego, because he wants to go out there and expand in California. So,
yeah, that's excellent. Okay, I seen Brother Nate wanted to say something, and then we can go to Imani.
Brother Northcutt.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to chime in on something. That book that you said.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
I got it. I put it in the in the comments. That's like my Bible. Secondly, dealing with the Eurasian people that you was speaking on, right? I actually put the book of God inside of the comments as well, right? So they talk about the Dravidians and they talk about the Eurasian people. These are universal people that we consider the Asiatic black people, right? Me coming from a matriarch society, one thing that I can say is this: even dealing with business, in some areas, it's like music. The brother's gonna follow whatever the sisters is doing. So me personally, if that was me, I'd be empowering the sisters because they are our first teachers. They're the head of the nation, and honestly, they the only ones who can give a king his crown. So coming from that area right there, if you restore Big Mama back into the house, the rest of the soldiers are gonna follow her. So that's just me, and I can't tell you how to run your business, but that's just some food for thought.
Oh, no, I agree with you 100% on it. I think his point about men was not to take away from the ladies at all. I mean, they're leaders. You know, matter of fact, we had we started to have these series he called Men Locker Room. We had the first one Sunday, and he was talking about men being providers, right? That providing that's more prevalent than anything you can think of. You know, if you take that providing away from a lot of men, boy, that's a big impact, right? You can be all these other things, but man, if you can't provide. So the point is that, you know, when you look at society in general, when people sometimes look at something that's dominated by women, some people may say, oh, that's weak, that's not strong because it's women. Now, I know that's not true. You know that's not true. But his point was, hey, you know, we need to get more men. And it's been a lot of men here, but they kind of been in the background, you know, right? A little bit. So a lot of the organizations, they may have the wife out front. They may be doing the stuff behind the scenes, but the wife's out front. So that's really the focus there, was to say, hey, let's just try to get more men from corporate and place in just different opinions. Say, okay, how do I look at this different? You know, I got a lot of friends. Some of them are skeptic. Oh, you know what? You know, you kind of doing one of those things. I'm like, no, it's not just one of those things, man. Because really, if I'm working for a company and I'm doing this, whatever that task is, you really helping someone else, right? And not necessarily helping you or your teammate. You know, here I can say, you know what, Heston, you know what, let's work together, you know, to get whatever you need, right? Whatever you're gonna need, that helps me, that helps everybody, you know, from this standpoint. Let's kind of build this thing up, you know, the right way, and maximize the business. So the point was really is just to get men to kind of focus differently and there was a lot of men involved, and they've been involved, and they just kind of just been there, right? And he was
And
saying,
that's why I
just
wanted to
here.
make the comments that I made, right? Because of this. So we know that man that work in four capacities. He's the caretaker, the protector, and the provider of his family. He's also the leader of his family when he in tune with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you ain't in tune with God, you ain't in tune with yourself, right? That's only one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is this, dealing with the duality, right? The reason why the brothers is off is because their equilibrium is off spiritually as far as this, dealing with ideology. When you're in tune with the divine feminine frequency, it also matches your divine masculine. But the brothers can't tap into that situation because they don't know they self. So they can't identify that frequency to be able to release it through the proper channel. So when you deal with brothers that's like say come from certain worlds dealing with certain backgrounds and aspects, right? I don't want to be asked for. I ain't gonna get on that to political. I say I don't want to make it seem like that. But it actually, I want the brother to hear this though. A lot of it be off in business, bro. Like it be biased. So I could tell because look, even though I'm on here speaking on this, I'm the CEO, founder, and owner of 6 businesses. So I understand this aspects when we dealing with this type of what you call it, like when we brainstorm on how we gonna expand on different aspects, right? And one thing that people like you who are in the positions of power that they respect about people like me is this. Most people, man, they kiss ass. I'm not gonna kiss ass. I'm always gonna speak the truth. So even if that get me in trouble, I'm still gonna speak my truth because a Muslim gonna stand on truth even to the point of death. So if something is off, most people in certain situations they don't speak on it. That's the reason why I would know if I was to network with you on any type of business, I'd be more of an asset than a liability. Because if I see something, I'm gonna always speak to my brother. Me talking to you as your brother is one thing, but me talking to you as an employee is something that's different. Right now, we're in a space as me being your brother. That's the only reason why I'm speaking to you like this. If you was to employ me, I wouldn't talk to you like this. I would talk to you in a business sense. But I'm already picking up on certain shit that I just want you, excuse me, certain stuff that is ringing in my ear, and I can't be quiet about it. So that's the reason why I brought up what I brought up, and if I was offensive, I apologize. Anything that comes from me that could be offensive is from me. But if it's anything that run true that you took heed to, that comes from the creator, I don't take no credit for that.
I hear you, my brother. But in this business, we business partners. No one's employee. We partners.
I understand, sir.
We work together. Yep.
What was being said?
You got to unmute.
Oh, it's beautiful because what was being said really ties in and connects. You know, when God comes, he says, let us make man. Minister Farrakhan went on a tour in the 90s, the Let Us Make Man tour. And people wonder, why are you focusing on making man? Why is there a Million Man March? And you know, the way that he justified it was the same response when you look, you know, and not hanging our hat on what makes us different, but embracing on what makes us the same. When you look at how Mr. Northcutt responded, it reminded me a lot of what Minister Farrakhan was saying when he was on that tour about men and the importance of men getting together so that we could be that complementary energy that our brother Nate was speaking of for our woman. And so that in the Bible, it says, God says, when I came, there was no man. And that doesn't mean there was no male. Man is the mature state of masculinity. Males, you can have a big old male child, you know, a 40-year-old male that's still a child in the mind. You know, Isaiah says children rule over us and women are their oppressors. So when we see why God focuses on making man, it doesn't take away from the woman. But like Brother Nate said, yeah, we're beautifully seeing eye to eye and matching that energy.
Yeah,
and that's why
it's coming together.
Yeah, travel it's beautiful because the circulation and organizations are like the organs of the body, and you have to connect bone to bone. And this is what we were talking about in the book of Ezekiel. You connect bone to bone. That could be your nationalist and socialist ideology, Pan-Africanist. And then in the book of Ezekiel, he had to prophesy again, and the sinews and flesh came in. And then that final prophecy came, the breath of life that Brother Nate is speaking about. So we have to go stage by stage with our people. Sometimes you go around the elbow to get to your thumb, like Noble Drew Ali said. That's a process of using an ear of corn. Economics is an ear of corn, but we know the problem with our people, like Brother Nate said, is spiritual, deep-rooted spiritual imbalances that keep us, off balance, off kilter, and a lot of times we're missing in our frequency where that synapsis has to take place, And so we're matching it up now. I see our brother Hanif has his hand up, and I know he has been in these circles before with travel. So I'm interested to hear what he says, and anyone else, and Brother Northcutt and Brother Nate. I know both of you have knowledge on passports. And I want to, after we hear from Hanif, I want to hear what do y'all have on passports? Okay.
Oh no, that was my bad. I didn't even know. It's funny. I seen that hand. It said lower hand. I was like, oh, somebody got their hand up. And then he just told me it was me. No, I was. My sister's been in the business, and she sent me the thing to get ready for it and stuff. And a lot of the brothers. A lot of the Christian hip hop brothers been traveling and stuff, so I've just been thinking about the fact that even with the music, a lot of people traveling. It could, this business could be of significance to them, and also what we trying to do in BUCU, doing traveling and stuff. And I know y'all travel back and forth, coming from Arizona and all of that. Yeah. So. Then even taking it on higher heights, I'm thinking about NBA and certain things like that, different security businesses and stuff. So we need to do some traveling and stuff. So I think this is good. But there was some other things I would speak about, but I want to stay on subject. I just have somebody that's coming on also, so I'll just wait my turn. Yes, but thank y'all for being on and coming on and taking y'all time out to come on and explain that. Thank you, Heads, for bringing on Tycoon and stuff.
Yes.
Hey, family, we here to build each other up.
That's right.
I really don't have time. Y'all know that I'm all over the place, but this is a perfect opportunity, not just for me, but for everyone else. So I couldn't say no, and it's just pennies out of my pocket every month, even if I don't really pursue anything. It's just to build on something. Say if something flies by, you need a flight, I could do that. Spirit Airlines is gone. It's people stranded at airport right now. This is a safety net right here. I don't know much about it yet because, with your father's blessings and everything with the book and everything, I've been all over the place. And Brother Nate, your sister is a blessing to me, family.
Which one?
I'm really Jennifer.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that right now because we in a business. No, she got a good heart, right? She got a good heart. I ain't no hater, you feel me? But I'm gonna talk to you in private.
We'll talk, family. We'll talk.
I can't eat nobody's flesh. That'll be wrong.
Hey, one thing for sure. With Heston, you got a jewel, man. He gonna move the crowd. He gonna move the crowd.
He's doing it. He's been doing it.
Yeah.
He's been doing it.
Thank you.
I see Iman has her hand up.
It's all out of love. My mom, brothers and sisters ain't all that. I love my aunts and uncles, but they ain't all that. Y'all, my family.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
My mom family, we love y'all. So that's why I'm a share more times than not.
We love you too, Uncle Hess.
Love you too.
Uncle
brother.
Hess, always
Hey,
remember this. Blood makers related, loyalty is what make us family, bro. So if they ain't loyal to the circle, they ain't loyal to us. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Hey, look, and the way that this is, what Mr. Northcutt just explained, as we do the travel, we're going to run into that. You're going to run into unpleasant situations, even in the motherland, and different things that, that you can maybe help out with, and having the income, being able to offer them something. That's what we're seeing, the opportunity to expand the mission and help humanity. And it's going to deal with travel. With Spirit Airlines and Frontier Airlines, that's affect the whole pricing structure of flights and everything. But we got to get our own airlines. We got to establish our own travel. If we're going to do any type of mass exodus, we're going to have some shipping or some planes and some pilots and some training. And we got to get out of this, crab in a barrel mentality of being afraid to step. When we came over here, we was praying for the good ship Jesus to come take us back home. And now we scared to death of water. You know what I mean? And so, this to me is part of our mission. It's God sent. And we need to look at the big picture of how it ties into the fulfillment of prophecy, how it ties into our objectives to repatriate, how it ties just into the family lineage and the financial aspect of it, residual income. If judgment tomorrow, we got to eat today. So. I see Iman.
Yes, I see Iman. Iman has her hand up, so I want to go to Iman because she's also in this work and she can tell all of us more about it. And I know there was a question about the passport, so we want to ask Brother Trent to answer that. Go ahead,
I just want to say one thing real quick. Hi, family.
Hey.
Huh?
I just
go
said,
ahead.
hey.
I always wanted to say something to Uncle Hess because I know he said that he wasn't sure if he was going to I guess work it fully. What I can say is, Uncle Hess, you would want to, I can vouch and say this is something that you really want to get into. It is so it's a good thing. You talk about a gym, it's definitely a gym. And something that you can share and build and pass on. You can really create a legacy with this. Not to mention travel, meet people, build income. And again, that's going to last you. So I would really dive into it if I were you.
Well, let me rephrase that. As you probably know, I got the Queen with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the gods have motivated me to sit down and do something I never would have thought I did, and that was to write.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this book came out better than what I ever could imagine. I've been sleepless nights, making sure the corrections. Thanks to Answer Scribe, he's got the book. I want to keep it in the family. I got history here, and you see me walking around with her, but no, I got to focus on this first.
Okay.
This is first. This is my love. This is my story. When it's sent back to me, I will personally send it to you, and you will understand what I have created. It's amazing. I read it. I'm in the story. I am the story, and I cry. It's an emotional.
Can't wait to read it.
Yes, that's what it is. So that's why I don't have much time right now. Trent will tell you, we've been going back and forth. I've been having death in the family. I got issues with my mom that I'll speak to you personally later. I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, let me
it's
just say this, Heston. Again, man, I'm here to support you. Ms. Parker, and like I said, we connect to the CEO. All you got to do, as I said to you before, you just direct, invite, and peak. We'll do the work for you, right? Until you have the time to do it for yourself. So that's a big part of it. So that, I'm here to do that. For everyone tonight that's interested in joining Heston on this journey, just let him know, and we can set up something outside of this, right? And
Yeah,
for
for
Sister
sure.
Amon, who was there, that's part of it. I know that's great, and what she said is it is wonderful. And it's a huge opportunity to change the dynamic, change the script, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, you put the time in, work in, it could turn out. But you have people doing it all kind of ways. You have families that's totally changed families because they working this together as an LLC or business as a family. I know a church organization kind of doing the same thing, that I've met recently, in reference to that. So, moving these things in a different way, how they can leverage it in a different way. So, but that's why I was here today I've been talking to Mr. Heston about, hey, you know what, we've done this, go ahead and launch, get your business out there, get it out there, what you're doing, to kind of grow and just change the dynamic of and controlling more what happened to you. And I told him we had a gentleman down in Texas. I haven't met him yet, but he was on disability and he was getting whatever disability provides. But
nothing.
Last year, that gentleman walked across the stage and in a wheelchair, an over $200,000 earner in his business. And because he said, you know what, I want something better for myself, and he did it. And so it could definitely provide that for you. So I see we got some things in the comments, and some people that's interested. So
Yes.
I would love to sit down with you, and our normal Zoom sessions about 30 minutes with Ms. Park and I, and we can kind of go into more detail, answer more questions for you. Once you start, show you where to go, how to start, what to do. Somebody mentioned airline tickets, right? Like InteleTravel is one of the suppliers, and I didn't know this, and I a lot corporately, and I've done a lot of things. And again, I had teams overseas, so I've done that. Did you know that most airline tickets are not published, the prices? Well, when you register with InteleTravel, you can see all those unpublished prices.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
whoa, okay. And all those airlines, how they connect together, especially when you're doing travel around the world. So that's just one, that training really opened my eyes to so much stuff about airline tickets and planes that I didn't know. So it was about, again, knowledge, how to leverage that, on your behalf.
Yes, excellent. Okay, I see Brother Nante. Everyone remember we have a hard stop. It's 4:45.
Yeah, I gotta go ahead and go. I've been getting phone calls for another meeting I'm in. I'm also in the creative rights movement, which is a generational panel on royalties. I gotta tap into that meeting. Once again, brother Trent, I appreciate you, man, giving me this opportunity. And I need to thank the family for allowing the time to share what we plan on doing. I hate I got to go, but I got to.
I would say for everybody, I put my number in the chat. So, if you're interested in joining, Brother Heston on this journey, just hit me up. I can set up, a separate session for you, and we can show you how to get started. And again, as Ms. Parker said, $199.90 one time, basically $60 a month for your overhead to run your websites, your business. You have access to all the world suppliers, and all of that. That's it. And because they're millionaires, they pay the same amount.
I have tapped in and asked questions, and they have helped me out. The website, you could ask questions and someone will reply back to you. Very informative. And I'm going to take the journey. Like for some of you.
Come on.
Right. And
hey, I gotta go.
Man.
All right, so I'm asking for Heston. I'm gonna do it for you. Heston. So those first 3 board seats. So this thing going to 3x9. Those first 3 board seats, very important to join Heston. So you guys just
Okay.
tap in, let me know, and then I will make arrangements to have a conversation with you in separate, and we can get started.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any social media or anything that we can like link
Well, he's
on
on
our?
Instagram.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, talking about me personally, to the. Also, we got Facebook charges, we got all that. Now, me personally, I have limited social media because I'm still in corporate. So I got to
Okay.
walk that balance, right? Because you're corporate, you VP level, they try to know all your business. I don't want to know all my business, so I on the down low.
Okay.
With some of this stuff till it gets to a certain point where I don't have to be, when it comes to
Hey,
that. But
Yeah.
you can go to
Trent, I told you.
planetmarketing.com.
Okay.
And you can look at everything there with that. But with all Essence has to do is provide his user ID, and that's gonna tie you to him, and you can get started in the business. Matter once you enroll, you are live. Meaning,
Okay.
once you enroll, you can actually book a trip. You can look at it and access there. I had someone earlier today that bought the business, and while we was doing that, and the wife was she was out there searching, and she done found a trip, that was offered out there for them to take as a family.
Okay.
Hey, I got to tell y'all real quick about his daughter, Mellow
Okay.
Rose, hell of a female vocalist.
Give us the link.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we
I
can
will,
support.
Beautiful
I will put
music.
it, and she got a single coming out here soon. You can
Okay.
connect with her on Instagram at Mellow Rose Music.
I like that name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, Surreal, you got about 10 minutes.
Yes.
I spelled it
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah. I gotta go too.
Okay. We just want to wrap it up and see we haven't heard from everybody on the line. I know that we have a few people interested, so thank you, Brother Trent, for putting your number in the chat. And anyone interested, if you want any details, you can reach out to Uncle Hess, reach out to me, and I can share the information that we have in chat with you if you aren't able to get it. But if anyone does want to ask any questions or report anything very quickly, then you can. And we can have another session like this. It's not so limited. We just have another meeting.
Yeah, we got
after
an
this.
event coming up too.
And we have an event coming up. We have two events coming up. We have an event coming up at the beginning of June. It's going to be on a smaller scale, but we have a larger scale event coming up in July. So Uncle Hez, you can make sure to share that with Trent and his team. And then that'll be a great opportunity to really promote and set a table up for the community.
Well, we need to come out to San Francisco. We'll do that. So
Come on.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm tripping, right? July 18th, Trent.
Yes.
I think that would be a good one for y'all to come to. We're doing a big event at the legendary Phil Reader Auditorium in Oakland at Castlemont High School. That's the music legend right there.
Okay.
We have that booked.
Performances. Your daughter may be able to perform simultaneously.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. We need that.
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta get money.
Okay.
Uncle Hess, just on the passport things, right? Also, I put the Amaru Confederation flags in the comments, right? So remember I told you guys last time I was here that I was going to talk to the brothers about the citizenship on how to get the status correction. I have the links for that. They're actually through the Moore brothers. I've been networking with their organization. So the L's and the Bays, they've been putting it together. So we actually have the government websites to be able to fill the forms out. It's actually free. It don't cost no money. You just pay for your postage, you send it in. And I also spoke on you guys' behalf to the Amaru Confederation and told them that whenever you guys vote on a person who you want to be the representative, you guys have a seat at the table for the round table, which is part of the nation of elders. So whoever you guys put to be your face for your mouthpiece, they already got a seat already there, and they own it. So we got the status correction, and also have the links for us to be able for us to have indigenous ancestors for us to go through the government to be able to claim our land back, because they have a trust that has over 250 million acres in there for people that have indigenous ancestry here in Amaruka to be able to petition for that. So I did my part. I have all the information. If somebody needed, they can email me. I'll get it back to them directly, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Yes, excellent. Thank you, Brother Nache. Yes, Imani?
Oh, if he start talking, I'm leaving.
Imani's gonna be quick.
Oh no, I was trying to.
I'm hollering.
Yeah, if my folks could get back.
You breaking up, Imani?
We couldn't hear
me
you,
now?
family. Yeah.
It's somebody. I told them I was gonna leave anyway.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, if you can hear me now, okay.
No.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about 510 day on Sunday.
Okay. Oh, that's this Sunday. Yeah. Okay.
Text
Yeah,
me the
that's
information,
Sunday.
family. I gotta go. Love y'all.
Okay.
I General Hess.
Yeah, she was
Man, brother North
saying
Tech,
she gonna come.
I got
Yes,
some
sir.
immediate travel concerns. I'm trying to one of my sisters that's back and forth from Atlanta. She's back and forth. Matter of fact, she live in Atlanta and work in the Bay. But
Okay.
she said, you can get, what did she say? She told us we can get
What, the Frontier
airline
airline membership?
It was some kind of passport or something. She said that'd be cheaper than anything since you're going back and forth. But you know, rather than spend $200 on that, that could be a $200 membership, and we could have, because we're always back and forth to the Bay. And my daughter on the line, I've been wanting to see my daughter. I got another daughter in Florida that I want to get to her graduation. So we'll be talking.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're gonna travel back from the south.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Like, what? I might as well be fine for myself, and might sell some franchises while I'm out there. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, just get with me. You know, send me a text, and I will arrange it to you know, meet with you guys.
I'm gonna try to go through Heston, so I'll be his first customer.
All right. Well, you know, again, I know Heston's left, but like I said, when you kind of build a network, those first 3 seats are very important.
Okay.
You know, I like to consider them those board seats. Yeah. They all are, but those first 3, especially if you're gonna, you know, have the intent you want to franchise and kind of build a business to have that residual income. I want to thank you guys. Ansarel, great job hosting. Nice meeting you. I kind of feel like I know you guys.
Yes,
you know, and you know, I've met Heston a few years ago. He's been great for me, you know, the music for my daughter, you know, anything I needed. And he's introduced me to people. I've introduced him to people, you know, as well, in the music business. I work in corporate, but I managed recording artists in the past. That's kind of part of my blood. That's how my oldest 2 involved in the music business from that vantage point. But again, thank you it's been an honor. I'll pass it on to, you know, Mrs. Parker. I saw the note. Someone put the note in there. I did screenshot that for her. Great business partner. She does very good. She's very passionate about this business. And positioning matters. And it's a big team of a lot of people, but she connected to the top guy. And I'm connected to her. That means everybody else connected to the top guy. So that's kind of where I like to see it, right? So, all right. Well, good night. Great job. Great meeting. I appreciate all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Thank you. That was great. Okay, Imani, you want to try to tell us again about 510 Day? I see Sister Shahida and Answer Africa put some flyers in the chat for us about it. And I know your guest was on a bit earlier, but she dropped off. So prayerfully, we can get some. 510 Day is this Sunday, so hopefully we can maybe help with some promotion for 510 Day. And maybe Answer One or some of the BUCU team can show up out there. But if, Imani, if you have 2 minutes, then you can share with us what you were going to say about 510 Day.
Yeah, I was trying to get her on. She had to get on some calls and stuff, but I told her to send us a flyer, which we I see we already have is good. Because I couldn't find a flyer. I was looking for something to get out there myself, and I was like, oh man, that's Mother's Day. Even though I don't really be into it, but I mean, my mom always be like, what? Anyway, right? That's what I said. Every day Mother's Day. We ain't gotta worry about. Let me go out there and hustle. Anyway, so yeah, she said that it's more of they're getting back to the roots of it, to where because it used to be a protest day, a day to protest gentrification.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So the city tried to basically, she said the city tried to take it away from that, and try to do their own thing, but they haven't been successful at all. So come out, be prepared to make sure you the papers and the documents that you need for your license and all that. But they really don't. Oakland really don't be tripping. I've been out there, like I said, I've been out seeing the lake, bro. Lake been stuffed. I'm talking about, man, lake. They been out there hustling. Ain't nothing, and they do their thing. So she was just saying this, she wants to promote it more. They haven't been promoting it as much as they would have liked. But I'm glad I called her, because I went on there, looked it up and everything, and it said 501 Day. It went on there. It was like a Google with a number and all of that. Like a Google page. I was like, oh, okay, let me just call this number. And then she ended up calling me back. And she knows not. So I was like, not rules. She's like, yeah, and I told her, about the music and about what we do and stuff. So, yeah. So, I wish she could have came on, and everything, to explain or do her thing. But I think I did due diligence.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
Yes.
Thank you, Imani. Okay, so that's great. And she does, this is annually, right?
Yeah, I think it's annually.
I've heard
yeah.
about
Yeah. I think they do it every day, because they got 707 Day, which is June 7th. So July 7th, which is the reason why I kind of was like, oh, wait a minute, do we have a 510 Day? Because I know it's 415 Day. And do they have a 925 Day? So, I'm trying to make some art and stuff to be able to go out there and do shirts and all of that. But there's an art walk on Friday. Anybody want to come to? It's an art walk on Vallejo on Friday, on Georgia Street. Also, and some other stuff coming up too. And then also, y'all know I'm getting down ministering through song on the 27th of June. Whoever can support, whoever can buy a ticket, even if you can't support, buy somebody else a ticket or whatever. I'm getting some stuff lined up, and I'm bringing the bangers.
Yes, sir.
So
Okay, so it's a go. Like, we can start posting it on social media.
Yep, yes we go.
Okay, excellent.
Oh yeah, has blow it. Oh, has ain't on. Has have at it. Be annoyingly comfortable with it. I don't care.
Okay.
Go get it.
Okay, thank you, Imani. That is excellent. That's excellent. We are so thankful. We do have to end the meeting now, but next week we'll be able to go more into everything we spoke about today, get more full reports from everybody. We're very thankful that Brother Trent and Sister Tanya were able to get on the line with us, and that we have our resident agents and Uncle Hess and Iman. And this is the beauty of what we have, is that we have a network within a network within a network. So we have so many connections here at BUCU that we know that we will be successful, and we want to really spread that. So that's why we can send to your cousins, send to your youth. I really do love the idea of getting more young men involved. We have to get the youth to have some, not only stability and something to do, but it opens the idea of mentorship, because you can be their mentor in the business and segue that into mentor into the spiritual. So getting more people connected with BUCU as well is going to be great. So if anyone is interested or wants to go further into this, we'll talk about it next week, and make sure Iman is here, and we can share the numbers that we have with everyone, so that if you want to sign up, you can do so. All right, family. So we're going to land this beautiful ship. We're thankful to everyone for joining us. If we weren't able to get to you, I apologize, and we will hear from everyone next week. And we do have our grant meeting tomorrow. I have a meeting with Brother Shabbat first, and then we'll go into our grant meeting. We can even talk about a little bit more about this as far as looking at the website and what does being a travel agent entail? Because that's what I wanted to know. Like, what do? You purchase the tickets, you purchase the hotel room. Like, it is, it's a bit extensive, but how extensive does it get? And that'll be interesting to go into, but we will speak about that a little bit tomorrow and talk more about it next week on Tuesday if anyone is interested. And yes, we have 2 BUCU events coming up, so we'll continue to keep our family up to date on that. Sister Shahida has already gone out looking at the venues, and so we are moving forward with all of the amazing blessings that we have. And so we're going to land this ship, and prayerfully everyone can join us tomorrow and next week. We also have the music meetings on Mondays. So if you are interested in music in any capacity, then you can join the music meeting on Monday. And follow us on all of our social media, because that's where you can keep up with everything that BUCU is doing. And so with that, yes.
I was thinking, just remember.
Oh, you gotta mute that.
In that industry. Just remembering that Sister Iman was in that industry. Yeah, I remember her insurance presentation. So yeah, if she could give a presentation on it, so we get more, we got 2 team members. Yeah.
Yeah, we can ask her more questions, more in-depth questions, since she also have the experience. So yeah, that'll be next week. All right, family. Yes.
I got y'all.
Thank you, Iman. Okay, and we'll send out all of the links for BUCU so everyone can stay up to date. After the mindset 10 more minutes. We gonna catch y'all next week and land this beautiful ship. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will remain open in the name of the one true God. We know him by many names. We thank him for coming to us through our time and sending us his prophets. We thank him for Moses and the Torah, for Jesus and the gospel, for Prophet Muhammad and the Holy Quran. We thank him for sending the liberators that prepared the way for his coming, like Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, and just a host of liberators who spent their time to dedicate to the liberation of our people. We can never thank him enough for coming in the person of Master Wallace D. Farah Muhammad, raising and sending us his messenger, the glorious, most honorable Elijah Muhammad, their raising of the national representative, the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, and their return in and through their royal road, the remote control unit, and Surah Muhammad, the select one, the Allah Master J-Man. We're thankful for this program of BUCU and all of our amazing members who have shown us that our community is so much more than what they try to show us as on TV and on social media. We are amazing, bright, and we have an amazing future ahead of us. And so we will see everyone tomorrow and next week. And we pray that everyone has a good day. Go get some sun. And with that, we'll say Sajada Lahu, Assalamu Alaikum, peace, Black love, Black unity, and BUCU.
All the above.
Yes, sir.
Terrell, what time you want to meet tomorrow?
1 p.m.
I'm talking about our meeting before.
Yeah, that's 1, because the grant meeting's at 2.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
See you then.
Walaikum salam.
Recording stop.